Rangers hockey on MSG Networks, presented by Chase. Game number 81 of the regular season. We come to you from Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise, Florida, as the Rangers take on the two-time defending Stanley Cup champion, Florida Panthers. Good evening, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Kenny Albert, along with the captain, Dave Bellotti. All of the Ranger players wore number 32 in warm-ups. They left the ice about 15 minutes ago in honor of Jonathan Quick, the future Hall of Famer, who announced this morning that tonight will be his final regular season start and appearance in the National Hockey League.
Well, what a wonderful career. You know, you talk about a third-round pick out of the Los Angeles Kings. He put 3 Stanley Cup rings on his hands. I talked to Mika Zibanejad today about him, and everything I heard from Mika was what we've heard all along. You know, that championship caliber or pedigree, and a guy who exudes confidence, competes hard, and sets a standard for a lot of the guys along the way that he played with. So many good things for the first ballot Hall of Famer. All careers come to an end. He's going to get a chance tonight, and here's to hoping his club plays as hard as they've done recently to get a final win for Jonathan Quick.
18 seasons in the NHL, 15 in Los Angeles, won a third Stanley Cup in Vegas, 3 seasons with the Rangers, and yes, a future Hall of Famer for sure. Jonathan Quick grew up a Rangers fan in Milford, Connecticut. He's a 3-time Stanley Cup champion, did it twice with the Kings in 2012 and 2014. The best 10-game start in Ranger history and the most wins by a U.S.-born goaltender in the history of the NHL. Our Chipotle real difference maker, 410 wins, 65 shutouts, both the most by an American-born goaltender in league history.
Well, again, and I think the things that really are appealing was how he competes, right? We talked about that before, and watching him play, watching him fight, watching him battle. It's been a nice 3. This will be 76 games in New York Ranger netminder, and we talked about he was always cat-like quick down low. There was a thought that maybe the time had come that style wasn't going to work anymore, but he sure was cat-like quick for the New York Rangers. Battles, competes, and all those things that a champion has to have innately. The guy from Hamden, Connecticut, Jonathan Quick, was a good King and a very good Ranger.
Getting set to make his final NHL start, and one of the defensemen who will play in front of him returns to the Ranger lineup tonight. Drew Fortescue was 2.5 years old when Jonathan Quick made his National Hockey League debut.
Well, he's back in the lineup after watching the game from above against Dallas, and I asked him today how that went. He said it was really quite educational, right? Learns how to kind of better positioning. He worked with the film with David Quinn in the off day. So the thing that impresses me about him is you really don't notice what a pass there up the middle of the ice, which is a good thing. One of the stars in his NHL career opening game. The thing that he is, he just suddenly goes about his business. He will get better as he gets older and stronger.
Getting set to play in his 8th regular season game with the Rangers. One of the positives for the Rangers this season, Dave, has been the power play, ranked 4th in the entire league.
Well, really, it has been since the flip of the calendar to 2026. It's been really quite good. Now, they went 0 for 5 against Dallas in their last outing. But you know what, Kenny? To me, they work on it every single day. Today was no different. The end of practice. What I've been really impressed with is how quickly the puck moves. Adam Fox has developed a better look from the blue line and getting the puck through. There are 5 skilled guys on the ice that are all on the same page. This has been one of the real collective highlights of the season as the season progressed. The Ranger power.
Mika Zibanejad leading the way for the Rangers on the power play with 15 goals on the man advantage. And speaking of Mika, our Taco Bell take. His career numbers against the Panthers, 17 goals, 15 assists in 34 games, including a hat trick and 5 points. The last time the Rangers took on the Panthers in South Florida during the Winter Classic in Miami back in early January. It's the Rangers and the Panthers in Sunrise here tonight. And it's all about Jonathan Quick, who will make the starting goal for the Rangers in his last NHL appearance. Rangers, Panthers, next.
Room for 6 full-size passions. The Lexus TX, 3-row luxury. A car that doesn't elevate everyone's experience. It's a car that stops short of amazing.
No, stay on. Oh my god. What? Oh, for fuck's sakes. It's gotta be the worst place button.
This is always just 4 in the lineup here for the second to last game of the Panthers season, as well as the Rangers.
Starting lineups presented by Jeep. Panthers have 5 players in their lineup who have never scored an National Hockey League goal. Penalty coming up here. 58 seconds in.
Yeah. Off a transition rush here, the Rangers chasing a little bit, and
the officials getting together.
now too many men.
Florida Panthers have 2 minutes. Bench minor for too many men.
Wow, we talk about 16 guys in the lineup that aren't on the same page here early. As we take a look at Paul Maurice, it was very interesting to hear Paul Maurice talk about how hard the Rangers have been working. You know, out of admiration, he mentioned JT Miller specifically. As there's 3 up front, there's 2 in the background, there's 4 up front and 2 in the background, and that puts the Rangers power play, which we talked about on the top of the show, into the hockey game here early, Kenny.
Power play brought to you by Genesis. First power play of the night for the Rangers. We referenced earlier, 4th in the league at 25%.
This Panther penalty kill has given up 7 goals in the last 5 games. So the Rangers have to capitalize here.
Here's Trocheck, former Florida Panther, and across the line. Now Zibanejad in deep for JT Miller. Up the boards it comes to Adam Fox. Off the stick of the goaltender Tarasov, kept alive by Zibanejad. Now it's Fox below the goal line. JT Miller, the Rangers captain. And yes, Paul Maurice had high praise for Miller when we spoke with him earlier. Talked about the Rangers' work ethic and how hard they've been working as he watched the last couple of games on film, and he's mentioned Miller specifically leading the way in that category. Now it's Miller with the Rangers on the power play. Miller shoots wide. Lafreniere looking for the rebound. Trocheck stopped by Tarasov, and he will hang on to it with under a minute to go on the power play for the Rangers.
Yeah, really good possession of the Rangers here in this opening power play, Kenny, and that's been the trait, right? And you get possession off that opening draw of any Trocheck or JT Miller, depending on what side of the ice the face-off is on. They usually dominate that particular sequence and get an opportunity here early.
Panthers clear the puck down ice. Just over 2 minutes gone in the opening period. Dave Perreault slides the puck across. By the way, when Jonathan Quick made his 2nd NHL start in December of 2007, Dave's dad, Yannick, was on the other side, played for the Chicago Blackhawks in Quick's 2nd NHL start.
Yeah.
And now he's a teammate of Gabe in his finale. No icing. As the Panthers now come out, Luostarinen with Greer. Luostarinen's pass blocked off. Cooley on the puck for the Rangers. Reinhart makes his return. Panthers kill off the Rangers power play. Noah in pursuit. Adam Sikora comes in. The Rangers 4th unit, all rookies. Lava with Sikora and Hamelas. Hamelas keeps the puck alive. Onto the point for Schneider. And his shot gloved by Tarasov, who hangs on with 3:23 gone in the first period for Mike Sullivan and the Rangers. 2 games remaining tonight, and then in Tampa on Wednesday.
And he, reminded us all and reiterated the thoughts that he's had in his season with Jonathan Quick today. He really talked about him setting the standard for younger players in the league by how hard he works and stays in shape, stays on top of his game at the age of 40.
Rangers look to clear. Sikora tied up along the wall. Puck worked back by Hamelas. Flipped up the boards by Matthew Robertson. Rangers coming off the 2-0 loss in Dallas. On Saturday, it was a scoreless game. Midway through the 3rd period. Now Brodzinski. Hard move to the net.
The best place for NHL live betting and live same-game parlays is on FanDuel. Take a shot and get in on all the live action. Scan the QR code now and play your game.
Jonathan Quick and the New York Rangers in Sunrise, Florida. Quick, the playoff MVP back in 2012, won the Conn Smythe Trophy, leading the Kings to their first championship, and now a Ranger penalty. So the Panthers will go on the power play for the first time as Will Cooley heads right to the penalty box.
Yeah, Florida heads up ice with the puck, and it's a bit of a reach in by the big Ranger winger, Will Cooley. If we take a look here, right, puck's kind of bouncing around a little bit, and on his way down, stick into the feet of the Panther. Into the box goes Will Cooley. You saw the Rangers had an early power play, and Florida gets an opportunity here. This is, again, this power play is where you really see the absence of the excellence up front for this Florida Panther.
Rangers penalty number 50.
They are without
2 minutes for tripping.
among forwards. Matthew Tkachuk, Sam Bennett, Carter Verhaeghe, Sam Reinhart, Anton Lundell, Brad Marchand, Evan Rodriguez, Jonah Gadrigic, and the captain, Alexander Barkov, who has missed the entire season. And on defense, no Kulikov, Jones, Ekblad, Mikkola, Balinskis.
Well, it is crazy injuries that this franchise has had this year.
Here's Boquist. Noah Dreger moves the puck back out to the point. And it's cleared back the other way by J.T. Miller after the puck rolled off the stick of Michael Benning. Cooling in the box for another minute as Benning drops the puck back. Give and go. Hinostroza blocked off at the line. Rangers again move the puck down ice. Just over 5 minutes gone. Opening period. Rangers had a power play earlier. A.J. Greer up the boards and down. And the Rangers again clear. This time it was Will Borgen. Gustav Forsling, the one veteran on the Panthers D-corps tonight. Now Greer shoots in. Puck knocked down behind the net by Jonathan Quick. Now Gavrikov with a good stick. Trocheck over for the Rangers. Back to Gavrikov. Kept alive by Forsling. Greer faked a shot. Here's Hinostroza, Notre Dame product. Back out for a drive by Forsling and missed the net. And Borgen fires the puck down ice.
Yeah, this is Forsling's 80th game of the season. He's the only guy that's gotten close to 80. And this back end of Florida, I think the Rangers have a chance. They have to drive the net in the offensive zone. Not a whole lot of experience on the blue line.
Just over 6 minutes gone. Opening period in Sunrise, Florida. Rangers and Panthers scoreless.
Pass in front. Goal! Drive to the net. Scores! A chance here. Again! Unbelievable. What a play.
With the most ways to score this NHL season, FanDuel is the best place to bet on goals. New customers bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, play your game.
The new chocolate fudge and caramel empanadas from Taco Bell's new Lutz Value Menu. Don't let the Lutz go to your head. Try Taco Bell's new Lutz Value Menu. 10 items, all $3 or less.
Darling. Honey, hello.
Who am I? I'm a policeman.
I'm a Time Lord.
I'm the Duchess of York. And the rest, as they say, is tragedy.
Hey guys, see anything in the clouds? That one kind of looks like a cat.
Santa Claus. Wow. Eating a sandwich.
That's specific.
A car that sees what you can't.
Yep, that's it.
How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson. Lease an all-wheel drive Hyundai Tucson SE for $209 a month. Or get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days. Hurry in.
Welcome back. Rangers and Panthers scoreless. Take the game with you. Stream live Rangers games and hours of on-demand content anywhere you go. Download the Gotham Sports app. It's free with your MSG TV subscription. Sign in and start streaming today. A look at Drew Fortescue back in the Rangers lineup. Sat out the game in Dallas. His 8th game in the National Hockey League. Fortescue on the ice here, paired with Adam Fox. The two New Yorkers. Here's Fortescue, fires the puck around. Zibanejad out with Lafreniere and Perreault. Panthers clear the zone. And Boquist sends in deep. Centering pass broken up. Good defensive plays. Zibanejad off the feed from Wilmer Skoog out of Boston University. His second National Hockey League game. Puck backhanded in by Skoog. And Quick will send it over to Fortescue. 7 minutes in. Rangers 2 shots. Panthers with 1. Here's Miller. Back into the Ranger zone for Fox. A.J. Greer back the other way. Panthers move it into the Ranger end. Sent ahead by Connor Sherry for Ty Cartier. Into the left of Tarasov. Number 4 is Marek Alsher, one of the young defensemen in the lineup for Florida tonight. Here's Losterinen, sidesteps Matthew Robertson. Puck sent around by Cartier. Greer over for Florida. Back up the boards, it comes to Sabrango. Across for a shot, stopped by Quick. And then another save by Quick. Puck comes loose, Losterinen diving for it. Greer knocked to the ice. And the Rangers clear. No icing, and now both teams make changes.
Yeah, I think Ty Cartier may come to the rescue there. A bit of a scramble around Jonathan Quick in his first real bit of action here in his final NHL game.
Panthers offside. As we take a look at our energizing play presented by C4 Energy.
And again, Quick always is really good protecting the lower part of the net, right? And he sticks with it and he battles. The end of his stick makes a save, and then come the troops. Matthew Robertson on the ice.
And you saw the play by Cartier, as you mentioned. Knocking the puck out of trouble. Puck deflected in by Trocheck. Trocheck, Cooley, and Brodzinski. Forward line for the Rangers. Now here's Gavrikov from long range and trickles through the crease. Trocheck in to pick up the puck. Now Fox battling along the wall. Puck comes back out to Gavrikov, and now Will Cooley. Cooley's shot blocked by Forsling. Now Brodzinski comes in. Back out for Adam Fox, looking for the stick of Trocheck. Forsling moves it up the boards, held in by Gavrikov. Puck knocked down by Vinny Trocheck. Rangers keep it alive. Long shift in the Florida Panthers zone. Here's Fox down low for Cooley. Cooley back up the boards. Adam Fox with it. Now Brodzinski with some room. Panthers finally clear.
Well, when the Panthers are on top of their game, right, they're quick out in the long end of the ice. And I just think the Rangers have to keep coming, keep pounding, get the puck low.
Now the Panthers, Reinhart back into the Ranger zone. Backhand shot stopped by Quick. Rebound, they score. So the Panthers using their speed through the neutral zone, and Cole Reinhart gives Florida a 1-0 lead.
Well, the Rangers on back-to-back shifts spend a lot of time in the offensive zone, right? It's amazing how this puck, how quickly it comes off of Jonathan Quick's pads. So through the neutral zone, they're in pretty good shape, right? Now, again, as Robinson kind of reached the wrong way. So through the neutral zone come the Panthers. Nice little touch pass there. Actually, that's Sikora. Sikora, you'd like to see him kind of turn a little, be in a little better defensive position. So Cole Reinhart gets his 7th on the season, and just like that, on the 5th floor of the shot, the Panthers lead 1-0.
Reinhart has now scored a goal in each of his last 3 games. One of the youngsters in the lineup due to all of the injuries.
Yeah, originally drafted to the Ottawa Senators, a waiver claim from Vegas.
Panthers are offside
in early March, so gets the Panthers on the board here in the first period.
He has 4 goals in 14 games with Florida. There's Skoog. Playing in his second game. We mentioned 4 years at Boston University.
Right. You know, again, we talk about Fortescue back in the lineup. Now, this Florida team is as equally as big as they are, not quite as skilled, right? So that gives the knee a fight. Fortescue a bit of an opportunity to kind of outskill despite the size differential of the Panthers.
Broadfoot and Hiddlestroza with the assist on the Paul Reinhardt goal. Now Gabe Perreault over for the Rangers. Out to the point shot by Robertson. Lafreniere looking for the reflection in front. Boquist. There's the puck out of the zone. Lafreniere back on it for the Rangers. Here's Zibanejad for Perreault. And his shot gets blocked by Bjornfoot. Bjornfoot, an LA King draft pick. In fact, when he made his National Hockey League debut in 2019, who is his goaltender? Jonathan Quick.
Well, a good defensive play there. Former first-round pick of the Kings. You'd like to see Perreault just snap that a little more quickly.
Puck lifted ahead by Sabrango. Fox settles it down in the Ranger zone. Shots now 5-3 Florida. Rangers won the first 2 meetings. 5-1 outdoors in Miami, the Winter Classic, January 2nd. And the Rangers with a 3-1 win over the Panthers at the Garden 2 weeks ago. Eight and a half remaining in period 1. As Miller feeds Schneider. Schneider's shot blocked. Race for the puck. Samoskevich with it. The Connecticut native moves in and scores.
Well, on the first Florida goal, they get a little bit of a break, the Panthers do, off the pad of Jonathan Quick. And now Braden Schneider doesn't get the puck through. Samoskevich, quick, nifty offensive threat, doesn't get through, and there's no backup plan, right? So in comes Samoskevich. It's going to go up over the glove hand of Jonathan Quick. So it's that upper part of the net, head up, head up. That's a goal scorer's goal right there, folks. One more look upstairs. 2-0 Florida. 8:29 left in the opening period.
Backy Samoskevich from Newtown, Connecticut, beating another native of Connecticut, Jonathan Quick. Panthers scored twice in the span of 1:59. Lead the Rangers 2-0. Brodzinski over to play the puck. Back out to the point for Schneider. Now Trocheck in behind the Florida net. Back up the boards. Fortescue keeps it alive for Will Cooley. Cooley carries up top. Now Fortescue. There's Brodzinski. Brodzinski shoots. Missed the net. Hockey is out of play. With 7:48 remaining in the first here in Sunrise, Florida. Here's Samoskevich. Following the goal by Reinhardt. Samoskevich makes it 2-0 Florida.
Back when all these great roads were built, some turned out straight as an arrow, others long and winding. Loaded up on switchbacks, hairpins, and breathtaking views, it's almost as if everyone knew we were coming. The X3, X5, and X7, proudly assembled in South Carolina at BMW's largest plant worldwide. Release the 2026 BMW X5 xDrive 40i for $869 per month.
Down low, Perreault, back out to Zibanejad, he scores! This is a beauty. Turns it, Kucherov, Radis scores! Boy, he can hammer that home.
Rangers fans, if you get MSG on your TV, then you get the Gotham Sports app for free. So sign in and take all of this with you. Thanks, John. I'm ready when you are.
Here come the Knicks. This is what we've been waiting all year for.
We're built for these moments.
Wow. I can't breathe.
Carmelo Anthony used to do it. Patrick Ewing used to do it. Jalen Brunson now is doing it.
He is ready to play. Going to be a key to the victory tonight.
He's like, we have to get energized. We need to get this crowd into it.
Run that ball right down their throat.
What a hell of a game. It's winning time. It's go time.
That building was crazy.
What a game. Guys on the postgame are going to have a lot of fun with this one.
The playoffs. I got a little excited.
Pepsi and Gatorade are offering fans the chance to win tickets to the UEFA Champions League final. Plus, click on the QR code, enter now for a chance to win a UEFA Champions League soccer ball. Kenny Albert, Dave Maloney in Sunrise, Florida. Our Infosys stat line. Mackie Samoskevich with 6 goals over his last 9 games, 12 on the season, unassisted. At 11:34 of the first period, after Cole Reinhardt opened the scoring for Florida. Panthers have been to 3 straight Stanley Cup final series. They've won the Cup the last 2 years, but we've chronicled all of the injuries they've suffered through all season long. They will miss the playoffs this year and look to regroup come next season. Here's Reinhardt towards the net. Good job by Hamelosh. Defensively holding up his man. And now Laba with the lead pass. Sikora turned aside by Tarasov. Puck played by Hamelosh. Yaro Hamelosh for the Rangers. Up to Zibanejad just off the bench. Now Sikora feeds Borgen. Here's Fox straight away. Borgen in to play the puck. Rangers in the midst of a change. Panthers with the edge and shot 6-5. And Estroza looking for the puck. And now it's carried out by Cole Reinhardt. Florida coming off a 6-2 win over Toronto. 3 points in that game for Los Marinen and Samoskevich. Now Skoog lost the handle. Puck sent around. Stepping in from the point was Janssen. Rookie defenseman Ludvig Janssen out of Sweden, a 4th-round pick by the Panthers. And now by Tarasov.
That may have gone off.
With the puck, here's Skoog into the Ranger zone. And Jonathan Quick's final NHL start. Rangers have allowed 2 goals here in the first period on 6 Florida shots. Cartier, good positioning. Now Miller looking for it in his skates. Samoskevich comes in. Fortescue works it free. And now the Panthers back into the Ranger zone offside. 5:25 to go. First period in Sunrise. 2-0 Florida.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
Lowe's delivers, fast and free. Members get more at Lowe's.
It's the dream we all share, to be anything and go anywhere. So if you need room for your family, your gear, side hustle, or anything else, get the SUV designed for your dream. The Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. It's time to see Ford in a new light. Right now, trade-in customers and current lessees can lease a Ford Explorer for $329 a month, only at your local Ford stores.
Welcome back. Our Cadillac trivia question. Jonathan Quick is one of 4 goalies with at least 400 wins in the NHL who played for the Rangers. There have been 4. Who are the other 3? Post your answer using hashtag Cadillac Trivia.
Henrik Lundqvist, Jacques Plante, Terry Sawchuk.
Wow. Did you cheat?
Yes.
That didn't give the viewers much time. Henrik Lundqvist, the Rangers' all-time leader in wins. And the other 2 you mentioned played in the original 6 era for a number of teams, including the Rangers. We will see if that is, in fact, the correct answer later on during this telecast.
Well, I have no voice, so I haven't said much. I've had some time to do some research.
You sounded pretty good when you mentioned those 3 names. Pass across for Will Cooley. And now Tarasov gloves it out of the air.
Jersey Mike's is now an official sponsor of the NFL.
Hold on. You're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Eli's.
I just love these subs.
It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Another 20-goal season for Will Cooley. Hat trick last weekend.
You know, territorially, the Rangers have done a pretty good job here. They've spent, you know, more time in the offensive zone. Don't have an awful lot on net to kind of validate that.
Robertson scores! Just as you mentioned, putting the puck on net. That's exactly what Matthew Robertson does, and the Rangers pull to within a goal.
Rangers have been a good face-off team all season long, and this puck's going to come back to Matthew Robertson. He makes like a kind of a quick move, right, laterally, and that forces the goaltender. We'll see Tarasov kind of lean. You're going to get caught leaning, and the puck's going the other way. Did go through some traffic, didn't go off the horn for it in front. Either way, that's a big goal. You know, you get yourself on the board here in a period where you have spent an inordinate amount of time in the offensive zone.
And Dave, when we talk about the development of the rookies, and there are a plethora of them in the lineup once again tonight, but Matthew Robertson's a guy who only played 2 NHL games prior to this season, spent 4 years in Hartford. He's played 71 games this year, a regular in the Rangers rotation on D.
Yeah, there's no question. He gets lost a little bit in the conversation. We'll speak with him also today, and he just keeps plugging away. And you know, he was a second-round pick. It wasn't like he was a distance selection. And confidence has been big, and I think the coaching staff has learned to trust him more. He's had a good year.
One of 6 rookies in the lineup for the Rangers tonight. Now this is another one of them, Gabe Perreault. Out to another rookie, Fortescue. Done by Schneider. Off the mark, Boquist will clear. So 6 of the 18 skaters for the Rangers are in their rookie season. And we talked about that 4th line with Sikora, Melash, and Laba. You have Perreault on the top line, and Fortescue and Robertson on defense.
And really, it's a franchise that gets criticized for not developing, you know, the way they go about their business in recent times. But it certainly has, and I think coaching staff, the coaching staff's done a terrific job all season maintaining an expectation, regardless of result.
You know, you look at where Robertson, Melash, or Laba were drafted. They were not high picks.
No, they weren't. And so it's a good job. It's a really good job of bringing people along at the right time. You know, the question is, well, why weren't they up there early? Well, they weren't ready early.
Drafting is not an exact science. Look at Jonathan Quick. He was the 72nd overall pick.
And Jonathan Quick started in the East Coast League.
Right. Spent time in the American Hockey League. He was a 3rd-round pick by Los Angeles, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Puck held in by Borgen. Now Brodzinski with it. Look at where Henrik Lundqvist and Igor Shesterkin were drafted.
Right, 4th and 7th. You know, well documented the story on Hank's draft and how that evolved. And sure worked in the Rangers' favor. And the thing I think with Shesterkin was the question, would he ever come over? That probably scared a lot of teams off.
Under 2 to play in the first period. Matthew Robertson from Noah Lava put the Rangers on the board. And you look back at that draft, 2005, Jonathan Quick selected in the 3rd round. Carey Price and Tuukka Rask. What a draft it was for goaltenders. Kings' top pick that year was Andrei Kopitar.
Another guy that's moving along, right? Going to his next stage of life.
Kings still alive for a spot in the postseason. Panthers leading the Rangers 2-1. Shot by Sabrango was blocked by Sikora. Now Gregor blocked by Hamelosh.
Sikora broken stick.
No stick for Sikora. Fortescue over to play the puck.
Minute of play.
Final minute, first period. Here comes Hamelosh. Hamelosh cuts behind the Florida net. Keeps the puck alive. Now Gabe Perreault. Perreault with a centering pass, and it's sent through the crease by Zibanejad. Cunning moves it up the boards. Down to 35 seconds. Puck comes out of the zone. Rangers regroup. 7 shots apiece. Cole Reinhardt and Samoskevich with the goals for Florida. Matthew Robertson with his 6th of the season for the Rangers. Now Perreault with 20. Here comes Gavrikov up ice. Off the stick of Alexei Lafreniere. And the puck settled down by Perreault as time winds down to this opening period in Sunrise, Florida. Flipped up in the air by Forsling. And that will do it. 20 minutes in the books in Jonathan Quick's final NHL start. All of his teammates are wearing his number during warm-ups. Fortunately for us, they put their real jerseys on prior to the game.
Well, again, the Rangers spent an inordinate amount of time in the offensive zone. I think that goal by Robinson late in the period just keeps the dream alive, right? You want to get a win for the goaltender who's moving on. So come back for the next 20 and see if you can find the game's next goal.
Honda Intermission Report coming up. You'll hear from Matthew Robertson, the Rangers goal scorer. Bill Pino at the MSG 150. A stick for that youngster from Jonathan Quick. Henrik Lundqvist, Steve Alliquette with first period analysis. After 1 here in Sunrise, 2-1 Panthers.
I wish to present the importance of hard work and determination, of not backing down when things are tough, of being there to help a friend. Because it is only when we work together that we achieve true greatness.
With a 100% U.S.-based workforce and a 100% U.S.-built fiber broadband network, Spectrum is America's connectivity company.
That swordfish won me the tournament.
I once had an 8-leg parlay. An octopus, if you will. Came down to a game in Detroit. I heard the team's plane got in super late the night before. So I figured I'd use my Bet365 sign-up bonus to hammer the under.
Did you win?
Well, let's just say the next round of omelets is on me, fellas.
Bet $10, get $200 in bonus bets.
The nice thing about the middle of nowhere is it's in the middle of nowhere. Get an Airbnb and go where hotels can't.
Welcome to the Honda First Intermission Report. Game 81 of 82 for the Rangers. They trail 2-1 in Florida to the Panthers after 20 minutes. John Giannone, Henrik Lundqvist, Steve Valiquette in our New York studios. Back to Sunrise we go. Outside the Rangers dressing room, defenseman Matthew Robertson joins us. Important goal for you there, Matthew, late in the first period, your 6th of the year. Take us through it from your perspective right from the face-off win for Noah Laba.
Yeah, just a good face-off win, and just trying to buy some time to get some guys to the net, and we had a good net presence, and just a little rolling puck found its way in. So yeah, it was a big one, but I think we got better and just got to keep going.
Matthew, it's game 81, but it's the last game of Jonathan Quick's incredible career. Did that add any inspiration to the group going into this game?
For sure. I mean, everyone's playing for him. I mean, he's the best guy, a hell of a career, and Hall of Famer. I mean, we're all playing for him tonight.
Matthew, game 71 for you. What have you found is the biggest difference between playing in the American Hockey League and the NHL as a regular?
I think just the schedule, the travel, the pace of play, playing against some of the best players in the world. I think you got to adjust your game and be ready every night. I mean, every team has some of the best players in the world, so just being ready for that each and every night, and yeah.
Matthew, thanks a lot for the thoughts. Appreciate it. Have a good second period.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Matthew Robertson, 6 goals, 12 assists in his rookie year. Fans, a legendary line is here. The new Game 7 collection is now available at the MSG team stores. Grab your part of this exclusive drop and rep the Rangers in style. One period in the books. Bill Pito is here with the 150. All eyes on Philadelphia tonight. He's got it all next.
The Rangers Intermission Report is presented by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
Hey, Mitch. How's the financial freakout going?
I got a financial professional now.
So we're not going to come to life every night and console you?
Nope.
Oh, thank goodness.
Not worrying all night about your finances? The feeling is Mass Mutual.
Pollen in your way?
Allergies on a hike? Great.
Plus, the risk of brain fog.
But we've got Allegra.
Allegra delivers fast, powerful allergy relief with no brain fog due to drowsiness. Try now Allegra. It's a no-brainer.
If you have a small business, you might not know you could be wasting money on your mobile plan, paying for stuff you don't need. But with My Biz Plan from Verizon Business, you choose exactly what you want and pay only for what you need. When you're in control of your mobile plan, you can make every dollar count. Now get our best price as low as $25 a line, guaranteed for 3 years on America's most reliable 5G network.
Down low, Perot, back out to Bennett, he scores! This is a beauty. Turns it, Kucherov, Radis scores! Boy, he can hammer that home.
Here come the Knicks. It's go time. They were built for the playoffs.
Pino, I can't breathe.
He is ready to play.
We have to get energized.
That building was crazy.
Man, what a hell of a game. Guys on the post game, but have a lot of fun with this one.
This is the playoffs. Get ready for it. The Knicks.
Get all your favorite teams for free anywhere you go with the Gotham Sports app. Just sign in. Because if you get it here, then you also get it here, and you get to take it here. Virtually anywhere. Multiple users can stream hundreds of live games a year, all on the same account. Get live stats, game replays, and so much more. All free. All because you already get it. So don't wait. Authenticate the Gotham Sports app. Sign in today.
We continue after the first period with the Audi MSG 150, the fastest 150 seconds in the National Hockey League for the Flyers. It's simple. Beat Carolina, win, and they're in. For the Canes, they get 1 point in this contest. They clinch the top spot in the Eastern Conference, and it's all Carolina. 2 goals in the first period, both scored by the Canes. First, Bradley Nadeau, third of the year, and then later the first, it's Nikolai Ehlers on the power play, his 25th. So Carolina leads the Flyers 2-0 after 1 period of play. Last night, it's officially over for the Islanders. Rough sequence here, late second. It was a scoreless game, and Montreal scored, count them, 3 goals in a 55-second span in this second period, late in the second period. Montreal went on to win the game by the score of 4-1. So no playoff for the Islanders, who have lost 6 of their last 7 games. Pitt at Washington last night could be Alexander Ovechkin's last home game. The Great 8 and fans in the Great 8 spirit. All the vets, left to right. You got to get a Malkin, Ovi, Sidney Crosby, Chris Letang. Opening faceoff, Dylan Strome kicked out on purpose so Ovi can take the opening faceoff with Crosby. Former Rangers assistant Dan Muse has had a great first-year coaching Pitt, and look at the guy on the right. Guy on the right's even got his own assistant, fellas. Look at that, ready to coach. Caps up 2-0. Ovi an assist here to Connor McMichael. So Ovechkin gets a point here. Caps win the contest by the count of 3-0. Ovechkin's son loves it. Ilya says, "That's my dad," and Ovi says, "That's my son." Post-game, Sid wants some Ovi autographs. Remember, both these guys entered the league same season, 05-06, Crosby and Ovechkin. And Crosby, if this is going to be Ovi's last game, he wants to make sure he's got some memorabilia. He got the picture and a final hug. Vancouver to Anaheim last night, overtime, and the former Ranger Chris Kreider picks up a penalty right there. So we got the Canucks on the power play in overtime, and it's Marco Rossi here for the Canucks. Will score the game-winning goal. So the Ducks failed to clinch a playoff berth with this 1 point last night, but they can wrap up a berth tonight if San Jose beats Nashville in any fashion. That's your MSG 150. By Audi, back with the guys after this. Game 81 of 82. John, Steve, and Henrik.
To us, envy is a good thing. It motivates us in the pursuit of better. Like crafting a bourbon, even the angels would envy. Angels envy. We're the envy.
Who's ready for a deal? Now you can order a footlong in the Subway app and get another for free. That's right, Subway Sub Club members. Free! Get your favorite sub +1. Subway, eat fresh, feel good.
Introducing the Score Bet. For Sunday, Monday, or any day that ends in Y. We're with you every game day with all the promos and player props you need. Every play, every stat, every score. Whether it's home runs, three-pointers, or shots on goal, there's no better place to own the moment. Plus, stream over 150,000 live events right in the app. New players get up to $1,000 in bonus bets if their first bet doesn't hit. More action, more rewards, more for you. The Score Bet. Download now.
Power you can feel. Comfort tuned to you. And control you can count on. Welcome to the Genesis G70. Select owners can lease the G70 for $299 or the G80 for $399 per month. Exclusively at your tri-state Genesis retailers.
Two legendary voices. One unforgettable evening. Josh Groban. With special guest Jennifer Hudson. Together, live. Performing at Madison Square Garden Friday, June 12th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Josh Groban and Jennifer Hudson live.
Welcome back. Closed captioning of tonight's game is presented by the New York Lottery. Rangers trail 2-1 to the Panthers in Florida after 20 minutes. Back inside our Delta MSG studios, John Giannone, Henrik Lundqvist, Steve Valiquette. Jonathan Quick made 5 saves on 7 shots in the last first period he'll ever play. He gave up 2 goals within 2 minutes.
Florida plays the same way Florida plays when they're in the playoffs, even in game 81 for them. The thing about it is, guys, is they're looking for a pass-off pad here. Coming in off the rush is a shovel play, not to score, but with the intention to drive back post. Florida's doing what Florida does very well. They've had a lot of offensive zone time, and they're very good at recovering the puck. Another thing here is one thing the Rangers have to look away from, which is trying to get pucks deep rather than going through them, because setting up Florida for breakaways is not a remedy for success.
Yeah, it's so important when you play Florida. If you look at Quickie, the rebound control. And it's so hard when kind of a half shot, so there's no real speed to that shot. If it's a full shot, you will put that puck in the corner. But because it's a half shot back and type one, it just ends up right in the middle of the slot, and that's a tough recovery on the rebound.
Rangers got one back, though, late in the period, and we talked to Matthew Robertson. He talked about a fortunate roll and bounce, but it all came off a face-off win from Noah Love.
Yeah, that's their 9th goal this year off of face-offs. Now, the one thing that you're looking for off of face-offs is getting the puck as quickly on first touch off your stick into the net. And when you can get it across the screen, getting the puck across the screen doesn't allow the goaltender to pick it up. So all of the elements of this goal are correct. I think the Rangers have to do this just a little more frequently. You're not really looking for a quick east to west play or a setup. It's always getting it through the forest, really, because it's one of the only times in a game where everybody's on one side of the ice.
And I thought that the Rangers, they got better as the game moved on a little bit. The last 5 to 7 minutes, they started creating a lot more chances. And we heard Matthew talk about tonight is all about Quick.
Yeah.
It's all about playing for him. Make sure I have a good structure in their own end and keep pushing offensively. So hopefully they can build off of the last 6 or 7 minutes they played.
Each team had 7 shots on goal in that first period. Rangers will try to generate more in period 2. Kenny and Dave have the call. When we come back, it's 2-1 Florida headed to the second.
The Rangers Intermission Report is presented by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
This is NXT on the CW. Ground zero for greatness. The future walks through that curtain. No fear, no shortcuts, nothing but hunger. The next generation starts here.
Who's gonna step up?
Live, on the rise. All new this Tuesday at 8 on Pix 11, the CW.
Hey, have you heard about this prediction market, Kalshi?
Yeah, lets you trade on anything from sports to culture.
What about UFO sightings?
Yeah, that too. Why? Can't just leave him like that.
9-iron.
Yeah, you know what's odd? If something's free, people just can't resist it. Doesn't matter what it is.
Wow, is that pink shirt free? Yeah, I need one.
But what really baffles me is that people turn down free money by not switching to Geico. Customers can save $900, you know.
Oh, free bank shirt?
Yeah, it's not quite, my... excuse me, sorry, do you have this in extra small?
Nah.
Oversized is in. Totally.
It feels good to find the right fit. It feels good to Geico.
So I had this dream. I was in my new CLA, and it felt like it knew all about me. It watched out for me, fast-charged for me, updated all my apps. There was dancing, Tyla in the back seat, and a horse.
A horse?
Yeah, that was a bit much. But wow, that car was cool.
This copyrighted telecast is authorized and the rights granted by the New York Rangers solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any publications, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the New York Rangers is prohibited.
Welcome back to New York Rangers hockey on MSG Networks, presented by Chase. We get set for the second period. Florida Panthers leading the Rangers by the score of 2-1. This segment brought to you by Hub International. Are you ready for tomorrow? Devils will be in Boston. Coverage begins at 6:30 on MSG. Islanders hosting the Hurricanes, 6:30 on MSG SN. Time for our Experience Amazing Play of the Game, presented by Lexus, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Rangers. Dave, we take you back to December of 2023. A couple of spectacular saves made by Jonathan Quick.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's in the goaltender's handbook to be in that position, have to make that save, but that's really what Jonathan Quick was able to do over the course of his career. It was an unorthodox style. It was almost like he doesn't know the cartwheels that Hasek used to do, but again, he would do anything to stop the puck, and that was clear evidence of such.
His career record against Florida. You've been watching him for a long time, since his youth hockey days in Connecticut.
Yeah, my son Dan scored a goal against Jonathan Quick. I'd like to say it was an end-to-end rush, but I think it bounced off about 5 people on the way there.
And that's not the biggest news involving your son Dan over the last couple of days.
No, we had our 6th grandchild born yesterday.
So congratulations to the Maloney family.
Right.
And Father Dan, who did once score a big goal against Jonathan Quick.
Yep.
How old were they at the time?
They were bantams, so they were like 13 and 14. And Jonathan, of course, is playing for Mid-Fairfield, which is still a dominant program in the state of Connecticut. And
here's Gavrikov with a shot. Puck deflects out of play, and Jonathan's father-in-law is a former teammate of yours with the Rangers, Mike Backman.
Yeah, and Jonathan's wife, whose wife and children are here tonight, as well as his parents. His wife, Jackie, was a mentor to my daughter, Brooke, at the Greenwich High School, playing field hockey and lacrosse. So it's funny, you say hockey's a small world, right? It really is a small world.
Jonathan Quick making his final NHL start and appearance here tonight in Sunrise, Florida. Rangers with a goal for Matthew Robertson after the Panthers scored the first 2. And this is Robertson back on the puck. Will Borgen pokes it up the boards. Cole Reinhardt has scored the first Florida goal. Panthers with a long list of players not in the lineup tonight, in case you joined us late. Only 4 who are played in the final game of the Stanley Cup final here last June. And those 4 are Greer, Losterinen, Forsling, and Nosek. Snyder back on the puck for the Rangers. Snyder up the right side, too far for Lafreniere. Puck played by Forsling. And now it's Michael Benning. Glove save made by Quick on Cole Schwindt. Time now for tonight's featured Polymarket prediction. Who will win the Eastern Conference? Stanley Cup playoffs get underway on Saturday. Go to the Gotham Sports app on your phone or tablet. Click on the Rangers game to place your Polymarket prediction now. Who will it be, Mr. Maloney?
Well, again, you have to like, once again, what Carolina has done during the regular season, but can they take that next step? I can't believe the playoffs are that close, right? Next week.
And you look at the battle in the Atlantic, Tampa Bay, Montreal, Buffalo. Penalty coming up here, and the Rangers will head to their second power play as Cooley was tripped up.
Yeah, Will Cooley took a penalty in the first period for a trip. And he draws a penalty by being tripped here early in the second period.
Penalty number 32, 2 minutes trip.
Along the boards, just a bag, you know, a battle, puck battle. It's going to spin out and stick on the left foot of the Ranger winger. And the Rangers get an opportunity to tie the hockey game here.
Wilmer Skoog in the box.
Skoog, yes. Wilbur Skoog. He's like a gunslinger from Utah or something.
So Wilmer took down Will Cooley. That leads to a Rangers power play, sponsored by Genesis. JT Miller with Mika Zibanejad, Trocheck, Adam Fox, and Alexei Lafreniere. Here's Fox into the slot, Trocheck. Back out Lafreniere. Pass JT Miller. Puck set up the boards by Sabrango down into the Ranger zone.
There was a really good example of a power play that just wasn't quite as precise as they've been recently. Pass and skate, miss a stick, down it goes.
Now Fox drops the puck back to Zibanejad. Miller, Zibanejad. Now Trocheck for Zibanejad. And the save by Tarasov.
Now there was an example of precision on a power play.
Here's Lafreniere with some room. Lafreniere shoots. That did not get through. Trocheck over for the Rangers. Around to Zibanejad. Up the boards, Lafreniere. Now Fox with it. Adam Fox moves the puck along to the captain, J.T. Miller. Under a minute to go on the penalty to Scoot. Off the stick of Trocheck. Puck retrieved by Zibanejad. Here's Fox shooting. Deflects to the corner. Sent back around for Miller. Up the boards, Fox. Cross ice, Trocheck. Good stick there from Nosek. Kept alive by Lafreniere. Here's Adam Fox. Lafreniere with it. Now Miller along the goal line for Trocheck. Zibanejad took a whack at it. And the Panthers clear down to 20 seconds remaining on the power play for the Rangers.
Yeah, Tarasov darted out that left foot.
Panthers clear the puck down ice. Gavrikov back to retrieve for the Rangers. Penalty time winding down. Here's Cooley. Rangers now 0 for 2 as Skoog makes his return. Schneider over to play the puck. 4 minutes in, second period. Kenny Albert, Dave Maloney from Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise, Florida. Game number 81 for the Rangers and the Panthers. Florida with a 2-1 advantage as Schneider sends the puck around. Lazinski lets it go through. Gavrikov had it taken away. And now quickly into the Ranger zone from the Panthers. Pass across. And it was sent wide. And the Rangers clear the zone. That was Bjornfoot, the defenseman, cutting for the net. And now the Rangers back the other way. And across the Florida line. Puck now played by Robertson. Unable to get it through. Will Morgan picks it up from his goaltender, Jonathan Quick. Now Lava took a hit. Skaviskevich scored the second. Florida goal keeps the puck alive. Now A.J. Greer with it. Greer looking to get it through to Samoskevich. Puck sent ahead by Matthew Robertson for Hamelos. Around Forsling. Hamelos for the centering pass. Looking for the stick of Adam Sikora. Here's Forsling back into the Ranger zone. Shots are 10-8 in favor of the Rangers. They trail 2-1. 18 Miller's tied up along the boards. Now to the slot. Fox across. And the shot by Cartier was blocked by Sabrango. Cartier taken to the ice. Ulster sends the puck ahead. Held in by Fortescue. Now Cartier in for the Rangers. Miller cross ice Fox. Fox shot blocked by Samoskevich. Rolls all the way down into the Ranger zone.
Yeah, pretty good shift once again. The Rangers down low. Just get that final puck through to the net.
Rangers offside. With 13:41 remaining in the second. Rangers trailing the Panthers by a goal as Cartier took the feed from Fox, stopped by Tarasov.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
He's clean, boss.
Native, huh? Can you explain this clean ingredient stuff?
It works without the aluminum.
How much of it can you get?
Let the DJ take the wheel. Make the move and seal the deal. This the new to dancing heels. When the beat hit, can't sit still. Everybody down till I get my thrill. We ain't too cool to dance, get up now. Keep up if you can.
Get exclusive offers on select new Volvo models. Contact your Volvo retailer to learn more.
Pass in front. Goal! Drive to the net. Scores! A chance here. Again! Unbelievable. What a play.
With the most ways to score this NHL season, FanDuel is the best place to bet on goals. New customers bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, play your game.
We're back with a look at tonight's live odds provided by FanDuel Sportsbook. Live bets and same-game parlays for tonight's game are available now on FanDuel. 2-1 Florida in the second. Back to South Florida we go. Kenny Albert and Dave Maloney.
Thanks very much, John. Follow MSG Networks on X to vote on the Montefiore Einstein Player of the Week. It was great to have John Giannone with us in Dallas on his birthday.
It really was.
Happy birthday to Adam Graves. Celebrated his yesterday.
And welcome back to the studio, Steve.
Yes.
Good to see Steve.
The whole crew on hand tonight with John, Steve, and Hank. Here's Luke Cunnin. Pass across, broken up by Fox. Luke Cunnin, Dave, has 75 NHL goals. That's the most of the 18 skaters in the Florida lineup tonight. Career goals, 75 for Cunnin.
Wow.
9 of the 18 are in single digits or have never scored. Dave Perreault with a shot.
You'd like to see Perreault make a little quicker decision with the puck there, right? 2-on-1, just kind of brought it to the middle.
Now Swint finds Hinostroza. Long shot, gloved by Jonathan Quick. Quick sends it out of the zone, looking for Lafreniere. Puck sent back in by Marek Alsher. Kept alive by Boquist. Scoob chasing with Borgen. Now Cooley comes in, so you had a Wilmer and 2 Wills. Cooley and Borgen. All battling for the puck. Now Trocheck, beautiful pass. It's stopped by Tarasov.
Nice play. Trocheck finds and senses that Brodzinski's driving the net. And Brodzinski's been good. You know, he's been good on that line with Trocheck and Cooley. We take a look. The Rangers start in the defensive zone and off the races, chips it up Brodzinski and then heads to the opposition net pass. Right through the wickets. Defender and Brodzinski goes in exasperation. Thought he had the game tied. It was a good play. Started the play, did Brodzinski, and finished it. Tarasov makes the save.
Brodzinski remains on the ice with Trocheck and Cooley, along with Fortescue and Schneider. Just over 12 minutes remaining in the second. Panthers with a 2-1 lead. If you joined us late, Jonathan Quick announced this morning to the assembled media that this is it. His final NHL game. His wife, kid. On hand, former teammate Jeff Carter is in the building. Now Schneider back to play the puck. In behind Quick. Schneider goes up the middle, blocked off by Forsling. And now Hanelas carries across.
Hanelas has been good here. He's been big and strong in the puck.
Now Fox spinning, watched by Samoskevich. Shots are 11-8. Favor of the Rangers, similar to the game in Dallas. Low number of shots. That game was scoreless until just over 7 minutes remaining in the third period. Panthers with a 2-1 lead here. A.J. Greer with the puck for Florida. Got by Alsher, misses the net. Kept alive by Samoskevich. Up the boards for Greer. Now Alsher shoots, and that's gloved by Quick.
With Caesars Sportsbook, you make the call. Choose from quick picks or build your own bets. It's never been easier with features like Parlay Builder and Same Game Parlays. Bet like a Caesar with Caesars Sportsbook.
Look at Marek Alsher, one of the young Panthers defensemen, third-round pick in 2022.
That's a good size, right? 6'3", a couple hundred pounds. And we were over the morning skates for both teams today, and I was just so impressed with the size of Florida once again.
Even without so many regulars in the lineup. Blocker save made by Quick. The shot from Jansen, one of the other rookie defensemen. Now Cunnin, pressured by Cartier. Puck sent across by Reinhart. And now it's cleared out of the zone by Bjornfoot. Cartier moves it into the Florida zone. And a race for it with Jansen. Connor Sherry in as well. Tied up by Dorgan, 2. Kenny Albert, Dave Maloney here in Sunrise, Florida. Rangers trailing the Panthers 2-1. Puck sent back around for Gabe Perreault. Perreault looks to come out from behind the net. Now out to Fortescue. Here's Snyder. Back across it comes to Drew Fortescue. Shot deflected wide. Perreault over for the Rangers. Look at the Chevy time on ice. Long shift for the Rangers in the Florida zone. Nice move by Lafreniere. Now Fortescue back across the crease. And the puck cleared by Reinhart.
2 terrific plays by Lafreniere. He'd just come off the bench. So he had a little more energy than the other 9 skaters who were on the ice.
Remember, Lafreniere had 3 assists. Made some beautiful plays in the Winter Classic against the Panthers. The game in which Zibanejad scored 3, finished with 5 points. Now Perreault with it for the Rangers. Back up the boards. Adam Fox. Across to Gavrikov. Has some room.
Yeah, looking for that deflection through the seam was the Ranger defender, Gavrikov. Yeah, Perreault driving the net.
Back into the Ranger zone. Boquist. Zibanejad got a stick on it. Cole Swint in for Florida, number 79. Zibanejad comes away with the puck. Now Gavrikov. As the Panthers go for a change, Rangers get some fresh skaters on the ice as well. Gavrikov's pass blocked off in the neutral zone. Cooley back to play the puck for the Rangers. 8 minutes remaining in the second. Panthers lead 2-1. Trocheck looking for Matthew Robertson. Now Brodzinski. Panthers back into the Ranger zone. It's Nosek coming off a 2-goal game. His first 2 goals of the season. Now Sabrango with a shot. And that gets blocked. Deflects out of play. 7:42 to go in the second. Still 2-1 Florida.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or current eligible GMC lessees can get this low mileage lease on this Sierra Elevation for around $299 per month. We are professional grade.
Down low, Perreault, back out to Zibanejad, he scores! This is a beauty. Turns it, Kucherov, Radis scores! Boy, he can hammer that puck.
Big things are happening, Knick fans. Don't miss out. If you get MSG Networks on your TV, then you get the Gotham Sports app for free. So sign in and take us with you. Back here on the postgame show.
Here come the Knicks.
This is what we've been waiting all year for.
We were built for these moments.
Wow. Woo, you know, I can't breathe.
Carmelo Anthony used to do it. Patrick Ewing used to do it. Jalen Brunson now is doing it.
He is ready to play. Going to be a key to the victory tonight.
He's like, we have to get energized. We need to get this crowd into it.
Run that ball right down their throat.
What a hell of a game. It's winning time. It's go time.
That building was crazy.
What a game. Guys on the postgame are going to have a lot of fun with this one.
The playoffs. I got a little excited.
Spend summer on the ice at Junior Rangers Youth Hockey Camp. Learn more about our elite and recreational camp options. Register today by scanning the QR code or visiting NewYorkrangers.com/camp. Our feel-good moment brought to you by Geico. Jonathan Quick receiving a visit from his former teammate Dave in Los Angeles, Tobias Bjornfoot.
There you go. It's good stuff, right? Bjornfoot, as we talked before, a first-round pick of the Kings, and crossed paths with that man right there, Jonathan Quick.
Panthers control the draw, leading the Rangers 2-1. Save made by Quick. Puck played by Schneider behind the net. Now Fortescue comes in. Out it comes to the left point, Forsling. Saved by Quick on Samoskevich. Each team with 11 shots on goal. Puck set down into the Panthers zone. Rosmarinen beat Schneider to it. Now Will Cooley for the Rangers. There's Johnny Brodzinski. Brodzinski, another former LA King, played in Los Angeles with Quick. Puck knocked down by Cooley. Sent ahead by Samoskevich. A.J. Greer with it for Florida. Panthers in the midst of a change. Rangers with the puck. Here's Sikora. Adam Sikora cutting wide off the side of the goalpost. Sikora with 3 goals in 9 games as a Ranger. Here's Sikora once again.
What a play by Adam Fox at the offensive blue line.
Now Boquist. Gavrikov back, and Fox makes the defensive play, clears the zone. 6:20 to go in the second. Here's Swint looking to get it through to Skoog. Now Swint with it once again. Across for Wilmer Skoog. Run around by Gavrikov. Now Swint. Broken up by Sikora. Melosh settled the puck down. Off the feed from Lava, and now the Rangers change. Log out with pass to flex in. So no icing. Cunnin keeps it alive for Florida. Now Cole Reinhardt held up by Matthew Robertson. Cartier comes in. And now JT Miller flips it deep into the Florida zone. Sherry in pursuit with Forsling. Big hit behind the net, allowing Miller to keep the puck alive for the Rangers. Cleared out of the zone by Michael Benning. He's behind Cole Reinhardt. Here comes Cartier. Cartier shoots wide. Here's Robertson, who has the Ranger goal tonight. That's an extracurricular activity after the puck deflected into the Rangers bench. Cartier right in the middle of it.
Yeah, Cartier goes in hard here into the boards, and the Florida Panthers take exception to that particular move. It looks like Coonan was a scrap against Sikora, and the last time these two teams got together. So
we'll take a break. Just over 5 to play. Second period here at Sunrise.
Try Taco Bell's new Luxe Value Menu. 10 items, all $3 or less. Like the new chocolate fudge and caramel empanadas. You might think you need a reservation. Luckily, you don't. With 10 items, all $3 or less, don't let the Lux go to your head.
Weeds.
Does anything keep them from coming back?
Roundup Dual Action.
Does that say prevents weeds for up to 4 months?
Mm-hmm.
Kill and prevent weeds for up to 4 months with Roundup Dual Action. This stuff works.
Room for 6 full-size passions. The Lexus TX, 3-row luxury. A car that doesn't elevate everyone's experience. It's a car that stops short of amazing.
Don't miss a beat. Get the latest news, highlights, videos, photos, and more, all in the palm of your hand. Download the official Rangers team app by scanning the QR code or heading to NewYorkrangers.com/app. Tonight's Built Ford Tough Play of the Game is presented by your local Ford stores.
Play's going to end right in front of the Ranger bench. Cartier comes in, and boy, he takes a right from Kunin, and Reinhardt in there and grabbing a hold of face masks and helmets and pawing and clawing away. Another look. You can see, I guess if I'm Kunin, I'd probably take exception to that, but it's just a straight line. Ty Cartier being the player that he is, right? A lot of stuff happens with him because he keeps it simple. He's big and strong. And he's going to be a pretty good Ranger. You consider a waiver claim from Seattle.
So
Ty Cartier.
Cartier and Cunnin in the box, 2 apiece for roughing. Team skate 4 aside. You referenced Cunnin dropping the gloves with Sikora in the game at Madison Square Garden 2 weeks ago. 5 minutes remaining in the period. 2-1 lead for Florida. All of the goals scored in the first. Robertson, 6th of the season for the Rangers. Now here's Fox. Mika Zibanejad tucks in behind the Florida net. Back up the boards. Gavrikov beat Boquist to the puck. Now Lafreniere. Good stick from Benning. Boquist settles the puck down. Back around for Forsling. Lafreniere in on the forecheck. Panthers come away with the puck. Henestroza into the Ranger zone. Held up by Robertson. Morgan taken to the boards by Boquist. 1 minute remaining on the coincidental minor penalties to Cartier and Cunnin as Robertson circles back. Here's Matthew Robertson leaving it for Trocheck. Down to 4 minutes on the clock, period 2. Bouncing puck. And the Panthers come out with it. There's Noah Gregor, cuts to the net, and then shoots wide. Trocheck moving it back onto the stick of Will Borgen. Shots 11 apiece. Panthers with goals from Cole Reinhardt and Mackie Samoskevich. Matthew Robertson for the Rangers. With Jonathan Quick's final NHL start. Cooley was tied up by Jansen.
Good job with the Panther defenseman. It looked like Cooley had a stride on the inside.
That shot sailed wide off the stick of Gregor. Nosek works it back out to the point. Puck dragged out of the zone as the penalties expire. Cartier and Cunnin return. Fortescue back on the puck for the Rangers. Shot blocked by Will Cooley, winds up in the netting. Our Prime Player Profile presented by Amazon. Will Cooley with 4 goals in his last 5 games, 20 on the season, 3rd in the league in hits.
Right, back-to-back 20-goal seasons for the big winger. And it's going to be really a straightforward game, and that's what he has to keep in mind. Again, over the course of the season, you notice that his shot is probably his best asset offensively, and it's recognizing when the moment's there, take the shot.
Here's Benning with a shot. That sails wide. Rangers back into the Florida zone. Lafreniere defended by Forsling. Score!
might be Mika Zibanejad. Oh,
Gabe Perreault got a piece of it.
Right.
Gabe Perreault on the deflection. His 11th of the season, and the Rangers, who trailed 2-0, have tied the game at 2.
You know, it's a game of turnovers, right? Greer turns it over right here. Pocket picked, actually, by Mika Zibanejad, and the Rangers go to work. This is a nice little play here inside the blue line. Fox supporting the rush. Gabe Perreault heads to the net. They're really good. This is good stuff right here. Perreault just goes to the net, and it off the goalie, off Perreault. And the Rangers, who spotted the Panthers to a 2-0 lead, have this thing tied here late in the second period.
So Adam Fox with the shot between the circles, deflected in off Gabe Perreault. And how ironic, we mentioned his dad played in Jonathan Quick's second NHL game for the Chicago Blackhawks against the LA Kings, and now the youngster ties the game in Quick's final National Hockey League start. Here's Greer, met by Fox. Fox now has a point in 9 of the last 10 games. Shot by Ulster. Quick got a piece of it, kept it away from Oskarinen. Trocheck over the play, the puck for the Rangers, hit by Reinhart. Greer works it back out to the left point. Get back around behind the net with under 2 minutes to play in the period. And here's Brodzinski up the boards and out.
It's something that we said opening night. Gavrikov, great stick around the net. He's been really good, Gavrikov, all season long. There has been rarely a night where you go, you know, with Gavrikov involved. He's been terrific.
We talked about his defending, his stick all season long. He also has 14 goals, 8 more than he ever scored in any other season. Remember, he was involved in the trade when Quick went to Columbus. Korpisalo and Gavrikov to Los Angeles. And then, of course, Quick traded to Vegas one day later and then became teammates with Gavrikov on the Rangers.
Well, when you've been around as long as Jonathan's been, there's going to be, you know, a lot more degrees of separation and a little closer bases, right? A lot of connections when you're 16, 17 years in the league.
And after the trade to Columbus, it was George McPhee, who was a teammate of yours, and Jonathan Quick's father-in-law, Mike Backman, with the Rangers, who made the deal.
Right.
Quick winning a 3rd Stanley Cup ring with the Vegas Golden Knights. Down to a half-minute remaining in the period. This replay brought to you by Motorola Razr.
Yeah, Adam Fox does a nice job of kind of corralling a pass that looks like it might not work and just slings it to the net. And it goes off the blocker and then off of Gabe Perreault. So we take a look here. This puck's going to go off and across the line. And the last off worked for the Rangers. And we're tied at 2.
Perreault from Fox and Lafreniere. Lafreniere now has 56 points, Dave. That's one shy of matching his career high set in the 2023-24 season. Here's Boquist with time winding down in the period. Around it comes to Benning. Now 10 seconds remaining. Shot by Forsling, deflected on the way in and then through the crease. Back out to the right point. With time winding down. One final shot. And the second period comes to an end here in Sunrise, Florida. Jonathan Quick and the Rangers trail 2-0 in the first period. A goal from Robertson and now Perreault. So 2 rookies with goals for the Rangers, and we are tied at 2 heading into the locker room after 2 periods.
Well, Jonathan Quick hasn't had to be overly worked with just 13 shots, but nonetheless, he's backstopped himself to the last 20 minutes of his NHL career in regulation, tied at 2.
Infinity Intermission Report coming up. John and the gang will chat with the goal scorer Gabe Perreault. Bill Pino with the MSG 150. Analysis from Henrik Lundqvist and Steve Valiquette. Rangers in game number 81, looking to win it for future Hall of Famer Jonathan Quick. Rangers have come back to tie this game at 2-2.
Password. Password 1, 2, 3, 4.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
This is the job for Sponsored Jobs. Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
Jane, it's Sarah, the Duchess of York. The police need to talk to you. I know you must be afraid. We've been through so much together, you and I. However did it come to this?
You could be universally loved and still completely ignored by your cat. Introducing Sheba Ignored to Adored. Get their love in 12 days, guaranteed or your money back.
New Yorkers have opinions, right ones, of course. With Caesar Sportsbook, you make the call. Choose from quick picks or build your own bets. It's so easy with features like Parlay Builder and same-game parlays. Finally, betting feels as personal as your team picks. Plus, with every bet, you can earn rewards. Choose between room stays, concerts, sporting events, whatever's your thing. Bet like a Caesar with Caesar Sportsbook, official sports betting partner of the New York Rangers.
Look at this guy.
What?
Yo,
Sick car, man. Hey, what's going on, bro?
Can I charge my phone? Ooh. Hey, can I get the password for the Wi-Fi?
Oh, let's change the music.
Bose? Dang. Have I got something in my team? Oh.
Loaded with features for everyone.
Nice, man.
How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra.
Right now, lease a Hyundai Elantra SE for $79 a month or get 0.99% APR for 60 months. Hurry in.
Welcome to the Infinity second intermission report. Rangers have stormed back from 2 down to tie it. It's 2-2 after 2 in Florida. Inside our studio, John Giannone, Henrik Lundqvist, Steve Valiquette. Let's go back to Florida. We're joined by Gabe Perreault, who tied the game at 2 late in that second period. Gabe, you always hear your coach talk about crash that net, never know what might happen. Take us through the goal and how much you've learned that trait in your half year in the NHL.
Yeah, I think it's definitely big in this league. Go to those areas and you'll get rewarded, obviously. Nice play on the entry by Laugh there, and Foxy just kind of threw it to the net, and I was going to the net, and pretty lucky one off me, but it was good to get it on the board.
Gabe, you're playing in your 48th game tonight. Is there anything that has surprised you with the NHL life, on or off the ice?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. It's definitely a pretty good life, and obviously you learn a lot along the way, and having guys that have played a lot of games in this locker room, it's pretty cool. So I think you learn both, and I think I'm still learning a lot, and I'm lucky enough to have a lot of guys supporting me.
Gabe, you were born a month before Jonathan Quick was drafted in 2005 by the LA Kings. What was it like every day shooting on a future Hall of Famer?
Super cool. I'm pretty lucky to be able to say I played with Jonathan Quick. I mean, the person he is, you never know how good he was. He treats everyone unbelievable, and I'm super honored to be playing in this game, and he's had a hell of a career, and super honored to have played with him, and he's one of the best people I've ever met in the sport.
Gabe, thanks so much for the insights. We appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, thank you.
Gabe Perreault with his 11th goal on the season for the Rangers. Fans, you can take the game with you. Stream live Rangers games and hours of on-demand content anywhere you go. Download the Gotham Sports app. It is free with your MSG TV subscription. Sign in and start streaming today. Bill Pino back with another edition of the 150 and more from Henrik and Steve. It's 2-2 after 2.
The Rangers Intermission Report is presented by Infinity.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
Hey, Juice, what are your financial goals?
No goals.
Not even for retirement?
No goals.
Good talk. See you on the ice.
No goals.
Talk to a financial professional today. Mass Mutual.
I wish to present the importance of hard work and determination, of not backing down when things are tough, of being there to help a friend. Because it is only when we work together that we achieve true greatness.
100% U.S.-based workforce and a 100% U.S.-built fiber broadband network. Spectrum is America's connectivity company.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
Down low, Perot, back out to Benedict, he scores! This is a beauty. Turns it, Kucherov, Radis scores! Boy, he can hammer that home. Here come the Knicks.
It's go time. They were built for the playoffs.
Wow. Peter, I can't breathe.
He is ready to play.
We have to get energized.
That building was crazy.
Man, what a hell of a game. Guys on the post game will have a lot of fun with this one.
This is the playoffs. Get ready for it.
Back now for the MSG 150 presented by Audi. It's the fastest 150 seconds in the National Hockey League. Big game for the Flyers. If they get 2 points of any kind, they clinch a wild card spot. Flyers hosted Carolina. They were down 2-0, but Matvei Michkov makes it 2-1. Flyers within 1. And then later in the second period, Trevor Zegras power play goal is 26. So once down 2-0, it's now 2-2. Flyers and Canes after 2. San Jose and Nashville. The Threads are 1 point out of a wild card spot. They have beaten San Jose 15 straight times. Macklin Celebrini in net, clears it away, saves a goal right there. Yes. Watch it again. This game is scoreless in the first period. Saturday night in Seattle, Nike Coco called up. So it's Kako and Coco.
That's cuckoo.
Yeah, we're cuckoo about what's happening with the Kraken. Coco, his first career start here, guys, 26 saves. How is his tracking? Hello?
Looking.
Bill, we need to see it before we comment on it.
You're right. What do we think?
It looks young.
All right, he got the win 4-1, 26 saves, and even went for a goalie goal.
Oh!
But stopped by the high stick. Risky move or not here?
No.
No? They're up 3-1 at the time.
They're
Anyway.
in the playoffs. Who cares?
Kako to Coco.
We care.
Nice game.
No, who cares that he tried for it? Of course he should try.
Saturday night, Hartford at Springfield. Brendan Brisson played 3 games this year with the Rangers. Spectacular goal between the legs. Watch this again. Father, one of the most well-known agents in all of hockey, and that's a heck of a goal. OHL playoff series. Game 2 between Flint and Windsor. Liam Greentree, part of the Artemi Panarin trade, makes it 2-0 Windsor. He has played really well this year. For Flint, Kevin He. Yes, this is his name, guys. Kevin He, H-E. So that means we can say he shoots.
Oh.
He scores.
I thought you were going to go with he is him.
He shoots. He scores.
Okay.
Another Ranger prospect for Flint, Nathan Aspinall. He's 6'7", and this is his second of the game. He's had a big year, too, but Windsor came back to win this game 6-5. They now lead this series 2-0. So some of these Rangers prospects have played really well this year in the OHL, and that's your MSG 150 presented by Audi. Back with the guys after this. We got John, Steve, and Henrik. 2-2 after 2 in Florida. Stay with us.
Ryan Miller invests the way he wants to invest. Ryan sets his investments to automatic. That was easier than I thought.
That voice stays in the car, right?
What voice?
Talk about easier investing.
Password 1234.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
This is a job for Sponsored Jobs. Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
You know, with New York Lottery Plus, you can get even more.
No way, Jose. What's up your sleeve?
Nothing. Enter more tickets, get more points.
Ah, come on. What's up here?
Nothing. Really. Even trying scratch-off and draw games gets you points.
There has to be something. Where is it?
You can put them toward chances to win gift cards, cash prizes, and more.
Introducing New York Lottery Plus. Download the app, sign up, get more.
Andrea Bocelli invites you on a journey of timeless beauty. Celebrate the 30th anniversary of Romanza, the World Tour. The incomparable Andrea Bocelli, live in concert in New York City. Madison Square Garden, December 16th and 17th. Tickets on sale now at AndreaBocelli.com.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks. And we've kept that title every year since. F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 49 years. And Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
Right now, lease a Ford F-150 for just $329 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford stores.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs Bracket Challenge presented by Expedia is back.
Come on, boys.
And now it's time to take your shot. Face off against family and friends. And see if you can predict this year's playoffs. Can you pick the perfect bracket and claim the ultimate prize? A trip to a 2026-27 NHL event and an Adventure Chrono NHL Limited Edition watch by Norcane. Sign up today at nhl.com/bracket.
Welcome back. Hyundai presents the summary through 2 periods in Southwest Florida. Gabe Perreault, the only goal of that middle period with 2:40 remaining. His 11th, and that ties the game at 2. Fairly even in the numbers through 2 periods. Rangers, of course, as they have most of the year, very successful in the faceoff circle. Back inside our Delta MSG studios, John Giannone, Henrik Lundqvist, Steve Valiquette. 1 goal for the Rangers in that second period, but it seemed like even though both teams had only 6 shots on goal, Rangers had more of the offense, right?
That's exactly what Sullivan would want. He wants to have passing that gets the team out of the zone in a way that they're connected and they're moving through communication. Typically, when the team is doing really, really well, it's an early start from behind their net, and then passing seems open because everybody's moving their feet. Now, this started when the Rangers were on the power play around the 17-minute mark, and then that bled into their 5-on-5 game. You know that the Florida Panthers are shorthanded. This should be the way the team is playing. Move the puck quickly, move your feet quickly, get through 3 zones, get up ice. Now, the Rangers have 3 scoring chances. Not all of their shots got through. This one from Brodzinski, one of their better looks. But really, it's a product of being able to get through the neutral zone that allows them to get the bounce. And the benefit of the bounce on the goal, it is what Gabe Perreault's been doing all season now for his time as a Ranger. We talked about this in the pregame show. That's now his 9th goal where he's been net front, and the puck breaks off of him and he gets a good bounce.
I love how they got out of their own end. You saw in all those clips, they had close support. And it helps them so much when you're under pressure. You try to get out clean with speed. And that first pass when you leave your own zone. If you have close support, it's so much easier. You saw it in every clip there, how they came through the middle, supported the puck carrier, and that led to great opportunities offensively. So great play from their own end in that period by the Rangers.
Jonathan Quick has faced only 13 shots through 2 periods. What do you think is going through his mind in his final period as an NHL player?
Oh, man. I mean, I try to put myself in his shoes. You sit there, you try to enjoy it. I really believe he's enjoying this moment. You know, before you know it, you think your career is going to last forever. And then suddenly this day comes, right? And he has 20 more minutes. Last time he sits in that locker room, which is a big part, by the way, throughout your career, sitting in that locker room, watching the guys, listening to the coach and your teammates. So for the last time, he's doing that. So I'm sure he's really trying to enjoy this moment.
Yeah, the quest is to get win number 411 in the final game of Jonathan Quick's career. 3rd period on the way. Kenny and Dave have the call. We'll talk all about it on the postgame show.
The Rangers Intermission Report is presented by Infinity.
Who's ready for a deal? Now, you can order a footlong in the Subway app and get another for free. That's right, Subway Sub Club members. Free! Get your favorite sub +1. Subway, eat fresh, feel good.
It's a good day to make the neighbors jealous. Our best lineup is here. Lowe's.
Introducing the Score Bet. For Sunday, Monday, or any day that ends in Y. We're with you every game day with all the promos and player props you need. Every play, every stat, every score. Whether it's home runs, three-pointers, or shots on goal, there's no better place to own the moment. Plus, stream over 150,000 live events right in the app. New players get up to $1,000 in bonus bets if their first bet doesn't hit. More action, more rewards, more for you. The Score Bet. Download now.
So we actually know for the spice drum. Yeah, man, this is a local thing, man.
There's way more stars in this section.
In 1776, America made a promise. In 1941, we proved we meant it. That fighting spirit still lives on in the Jeep brand. Now, with the Jeep Declaration of Deals, get 0% financing for 60 months on select 2025 models, or we'll cover your sales tax. Plus, no monthly payments for 90 days. Jeep, there's only one.
Or with our Declaration of Deals, well-qualified current Jeep Wrangler or Grand Cherokee 4xE lessees can lease the 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport S for $299 a month. See your tri-state area Jeep brand dealer.
Just watch me levitate, never hesitate, up against the clock. I play for keys. Come on. Give it everything I got. Hey. I'm coming in hot, taking my shine. Give it everything I got. Hey. Up in my game, making it work.
Welcome back to New York Rangers hockey. From Sunrise, Florida, we take you back to our Cadillac trivia question. Jonathan Quick making his final NHL start. He's one of 4 goalies with at least 400 NHL wins who played for the Rangers. Who are the other 3? And Dave took a wild guess earlier.
I did take a wild guess. Henrik Lundqvist, Jacques Plante, Terry Sawchuk, and the star of the night so far, Jonathan Quick. That's a lot of wins.
Dave wins the prize. How did you do at home? Well, you didn't have much time to think about it. Post your own questions to #Cadillac Trivia. Rangers tied the game on a Gabe Perreault goal late in the second period. Panthers offside, 23 seconds in. There's Sergei Bobrovsky on the Panthers bench, who helped lead Florida to the last 2 Stanley Cup championships. I'm sure you remember the game in 2014 Olympics in Sochi when TJ Oshie scored 4 goals on 6 attempts in the shootout.
Right.
Starting goaltenders in that game and the goaltenders in that shootout, Jonathan Quick and Sergei Bobrovsky.
Wow.
Bobrovsky allowed those 4 TJ Oshie shootout goals. He earned the nickname TJ Sochi after that. And it was Jonathan Quick in goal for the United States. At the other end, a 2-time Olympian. Represented the U.S. in Vancouver in 2010 and then again 4 years later in Sochi. Backhand shot stopped by Tarasov. Perreault looking for his second of the night. Puck comes out of the zone and Borgen controls for the Rangers. Puck deflected in by Will Cooley. Florida took a 2-0 lead. First period goals from Reinhart and Samoskevich. Here is Trocheck. Stopped by Tarasov. Our Caesars Sportsbook advanced statistics. Panthers, Dave, have allowed the most third-period goals in the NHL this season.
Yeah, it's been, again, you can't play be a twice defending club champ and a finalist with the people out of the lineup. It's just impossible. I think it's a credit to Paul Maurice that they've stayed at 500 all season because they've been devastated by injuries.
Panthers with a record of 38, 38, and 4. They've made it to the playoffs each of the last 7 seasons. 3 straight trips to the Stanley Cup final, lost to Vegas. In 2023, Jonathan Quick winning his 3rd Stanley Cup ring following that series. And then Florida beating Edmonton each of the last 2 years. Here's Schneider, moves the puck ahead. 2 minutes gone in the 3rd. Adam Fox for Johnny Brodzinski. Saved by Tarasov. Puck knocked into the corner. Brodzinski over for the Rangers. Puck knocked down by Gavrikov. Held in by Fox. And now Sabranko over to play the puck. Can't clear. Kept alive by Johnny Brodzinski. Lifted up the boards by Sabranko. And now out of the zone.
Brodzinski continues to play with life here. Quick on his feet, gets to position, gets pucks to the net. Whoops.
Boquist with the outlet pass. Back out it comes. Oh! Quick diving across. Panthers nearly regained the lead. Here's Forsling for Florida. Skoog moves the puck ahead. Boquist in pursuit. Knocked up the boards by Quick. Now Cartier over for the Rangers. Panthers move it back along as Benning shoots in. Robertson lost it. Centering pass from Swint. Flex back out to the left point. And now Boquist carries back into the neutral zone. 3.5 gone in the 3rd. Kenny Albert, Dave Maloney in Sunrise, Florida. Game number 81 for both the Rangers and the Panthers. Shot by Dornfoot, hit his own man. And now a reverse hit by Miller behind the net, knocking Jansen to the ice. Dornfoot steps up, he shoots, and that's blocked aside by Quick. Quick then knocks the puck into the corner with his goal stick. Puck settled down by Connor Sherry. In a game like this, Dave, I mean, obviously you want to win every game. You play to win every game. But what's it like in the locker room, for example, after the 2nd period, tied at 2, when you're one of his teammates and you know this is Quick's last game? What's the conversation?
Well, I'm not sure there's much conversation. They all know what's on the line. They all know his career. And I'm sure it's the leaders in the room are saying, okay, let's just go out and get it. You know, they've certainly done enough here to be in the hockey game. You're tied after 40.
Vanacek's pass broken up by Nolan Foote. Nosek moves it back down into the Ranger zone. Puck kept alive by the Panthers. Gregor taken away from behind by Lafreniere. Puck gets past Benning. Lafreniere and Benning in a race for it. And it's Benning who flips it up the right side for Foote. Down into the Ranger zone. Puck retrieved by Adam Fox. And now Trocheck. Brodzinski in behind the Florida net. Now Will Cooley over to help. Back up to Adam Fox. Shot by Gavrikov. That did not get through. Brodzinski back out for Trocheck. Down low, Will Cooley. Cooley looking for Brodzinski. Kept alive by Trocheck. Here's Fox. Long shift for the Rangers in the Florida zone in a 2-2 game. Cooley rolls off his stick, kept alive by Gavrikov. Oh, and then a great chance for Benny Trocheck.
What a save by Tarasov. 6'5". He got that right pad over Rob Trocheck.
Here's Fox once again for the Rangers. Give and go with Brodzinski. And now Brodzinski fires. That did not get through. And the Panthers finally clear. Under 14 minutes remaining. Rangers, Dave, out shooting Florida 5-1 here in the 3rd period. Puck sent in by Robertson. Now Borgen over for the Rangers. In front, Meloche had it stripped. Panthers control. Puck cleared ahead by Reinhart. Carried back across by Noah Laba. Laba back for Robertson. Now Laba with it. Sikora knocked to the ice. Robertson over to play the puck. And now the Panthers settle things down. Cleared ahead by Hinestroza. Cunnin moves it into the corner. Robertson on the puck for the Rangers. Down to 13 minutes on the clock. Tied at 2. And Jonathan Quick's last National Hockey League start and appearance. His wife, his kids, his parents in attendance. Former teammate Jeff Carter. They won a couple of Stanley Cups together. Shots are 18-14 in favor of the Rangers. As Schneider leaves it for Cartier. Here's Sherry. Puck rolls into the right of Tarasov. Forsling with the outlet pass to Foot. Back it comes. Headed for Nosek. Puck deflects out of play off the stick of Schneider. Enjoy more of the Garden with Chase. Let's go to John and Steve in our studio for more on tonight's action.
Kenny, thanks very much. Steve, I know that you've for 3 years marveled at what Jonathan Quick can do in the net. When you consider when you were 35, you were already done.
Yeah. Well, you know what, John? 2 summers ago, I was on the ice with Jonathan Quick, and I asked him, how is it that you can play such a violent style and still stay healthy? And he said a lot of the credit goes to Ben Prentice, his trainer in the summer, to work on the small muscle groups around his hips, groins, and back. And I think that's why he's been able to do what he's been able to do for as long as he's been able to do it. And I'm talking about that right there. Being able to go into a full stretch and scramble and compete on plays where most goalies can't do it. And you know, this miss right here from Florida, that's a forced miss because that's what Jonathan Quick does so well. He puts pressures on the shooters when they don't even think they have an opportunity to hit the net.
829 regular season games, 92 more in the playoffs. Hey, log on to chase.com/MSG. Check out these exclusive cardholder offers and experiences. More to come from South Florida in a moment.
You want to score big at the Garden? Being a Chase customer is the best way. With access to great discounts on food and drinks. Team store gear. And don't forget to make a reservation to upgrade your pregame experience at the Chase Lounge, where you can enjoy complimentary food and soft drinks at MSG events. Plus, you can get early access to tickets and discounts on some of the best seats in the house. Nice. Visit chase.com/MSG to learn about upcoming offers and experiences and enjoy more at the Garden with Chase.
Jonathan Quick and the Rangers tied at 2 in Quick's final NHL appearance.
Well, he's going to make a save here on Bohlquist to come there across. Actually, he's in position. That puck goes off the side of the net. Trocheck gets robbed there by Tarasov. You know, difference in size, but Trocheck, 22 games against the Panthers, 22 points for Vinny Trocheck, originally drafted by the Florida Panthers.
And then traded to Carolina. Puck flipped on goal. It's covered up by Jonathan Quick. 12:18 remaining in the third. There's Vinny Trocheck on the Rangers bench. Our Infosys stat line. 8 points over his last 6 games against Florida. Had 2 assists in the Winter Classic. Rangers winning the first 2 meetings. 5-1 and 3-1. Tied at 2 here tonight. As Lafreniere picks up the loose puck in the Ranger zone. Lafreniere with an assist on the Gabe Perreault goal, which tied the game at 2. Now Foot picked off by Fox. Gavrikov on it for the Rangers. Here's Adam Fox for Mika Zibanejad. Rangers with goals from a couple of rookies tonight, Matthew Robertson and Gabe Perreault. Here's Gavrikov, poked away by Reinhart. Back around for Lafreniere. Lafreniere. There's Zibanejad. Now Fox keeps it alive. Backhand shot gets blocked. Fox finds Gavrikov. And now Lafreniere. Leaving it for Fox. He shoots. Saved by Tarasov. And then a rebound attempt by Vlad Gavrikov. Rangers keep the puck alive in the Florida zone. Zibanejad back out to Fox. Now Gavrikov with a blast. Blocked by Nosek. Nosek on the ice for 2 minutes. Here's Lafreniere for Zibanejad. Back across. Puck was loose in the crease. Comes to Gavrikov. Saved by Tarasov.
Boy, Rangers are forcing Tarasov to be a part of this story in the third period. The Rangers have come out on their toes. A lot of time spent in that offensive zone.
Shots 8-1 Rangers in this third period. 21-14 overall. 10.5 remaining. Robertson on the puck for the Rangers. Around to Will Borgen. Now Brodzinski. Here comes Trocheck. 2-on-1. Trocheck tried to get it across to Cooley. Pass broken up. And it's Losterinen back the other way for Florida. Pass across off the stick of Losterinen. Bouncing puck. Trocheck controls for the Rangers. Now Brodzinski will send the puck ahead for Cooley. Now Trocheck. Rangers make a change. Panthers clear the puck out. And Snyder will beat Boquist to the loose puck. Lava comes in for the Rangers. Now it's Boquist. Through the neutral zone. Cutting wide on Snyder. Fortescue tied up Skoog. Snyder moves the puck ahead. Kept in by Sabrango. And then cleared out by Sikora. Benning back on it for Florida. Pressure by Lava. Melosh in with a hit on Boquist. Rangers now reset. Snyder with the puck. 9 minutes remaining. Third period. In a 2-2 game. Here's Sabrango for Florida. Held up by Cartier. Battle for the puck continues. Cartier looking to work it free. In the skates of Sabrango. Now Miller with it. Sabrango once again. Knocked down by Cartier. Miller comes in. Puck kept alive by Fox. Here's Fox trying to set up Miller. Saved by Tarasov on the shot from Gavrikov. Now Fox with it. Here's Miller. Miller pulls it back out. Now Gavrikov looking for Miller. Broken up. And then regained by Gavrikov. Has to wait for teammates to clear the zone. Now it's Fox. Fox in front. Oh! Miller robbed by Tarasov. Big save by the Panthers goaltender with 8:10 remaining in the third. Tied 2 apiece.
Space that adapts. Clarity that keeps you focused. And style that grabs hold. Welcome to the Genesis GV80. Lease the GV70 for $349 or GV80 for $399 per month. Exclusively at your tri-state Genesis retailers.
Down low, Perot, back out to Zibanejad, he scores! This is a beauty. Turns it, Kucherov, Radis scores! Boy, he can hammer that puck.
Rangers fans, if you get MSG on your TV, then you get the Gotham Sports app for free. So sign in and take all of this with you. Thanks, John. I'm ready when you are.
Here come the Knicks.
This is what we've been waiting all year for. They were built for these moments.
Wow.
Woo, I can't breathe.
Carmelo Anthony used to do it. Patrick Ewing used to do it. Jalen Brunson now is doing it. He is ready to play. Going to be a key to the victory tonight.
He's like, we have to get energized. We need to get this crowd into it.
Run that ball right down their throat. What a hell of a game. It's winning time. It's go time. That building was crazy.
What a game. Guys on the postgame are going to have a lot of fun with this one.
The playoffs. I got a little excited.
A 2026-27 ticket membership is your chance to unlock exclusive pricing, in-arena discounts, personalized experiences, and more. Be part of the next era of New York hockey by scanning the QR code or heading to NewYorkrangers.com/membership. Dave, our save of the game brought to you by Volvo Cars.
Yeah, there's a couple of them here. This is Vinny Trocheck. That's a great save by Tarasov off the tip of his glove. JT right in the slot, a one-timer, squared up to the shooter is Tarasov. The Rangers with 10 shots on goal here have forced Tarasov to be the biggest Panther.
Puck flipped wide by Fox. Now Zibanejad with it. Lafreniere. Puck comes up the boards, and it's cleared out by Foot. Panthers have gone over 8 minutes without a shot. Rangers have 11 in the period, just 1 for Florida. Puck deflects up into the Panthers bench, down to 7:44 remaining.
Yeah, Jonathan Quick getting a little stretch in. It's always he got older, he had to pay a lot more attention to post-game stretch and sleep and different things. And as we all kind of age in the game, you have to realize you've got to work twice as hard just to stay even. We talk about a 40-year-old netminder who plays the way that Jonathan Quick plays. You can't help but think that really playing as long as he has and not really suffered injuries is really a credit to a consummate pro.
He turned 40 in January. Announced this morning that this will be it. His final NHL appearance. Panthers move the puck in. Borgen racing back. It's an icing call against Florida. Time for tonight's Kia card. Vinny Hinostroza played collegiately at Notre Dame. Originally drafted by the Blackhawks. He's a Chicago native and spent the first portion of this season with the Minnesota Wild. They made some moves at the deadline, had to clear out some roster space and sent Hinostroza back to Florida. It's his second stint with the Panthers.
Any connection there between Vinny and maybe one of our production guys?
It's funny how we usually seem to find a Notre Dame player to highlight almost every game.
There must be 100 Notre Dame guys in the league. We hear that all the time.
Our producer, Chris Ebert, a proud graduate.
Yeah.
Face off to the left of Tarasov. Trocheck and Cunnin. Puck deflects off Cooley. And is gathered in by Tarasov.
Yeah, pretty nifty move by Vinny Trocheck right off the draw. It's a right-handed shot and stays with the puck and then flips it towards the net. Cooley off the net. You know, I often question whether there's set plays or not, but a little lift right through the legs of Kunin, the opposition center iceman. Really a good play by Vinny Trocheck.
Trocheck wins the draw. Here's Robertson across. Shot by Brodzinski, missed the net. Puck kept alive by Johnny Brodzinski, now forced out of the zone. Rangers offside. Down to 7:13 on the clock here in the third period. A legendary line has just arrived. The new Game 7 collection is now available. Scan the QR code or shop at MSG.com/Rangers to grab your part of this exclusive drop.
Well, Adam Sikora, a big part of this youth drive down the stretch that's reinvigorated the Ranger team with some sense of hope for the future.
Sikora with 3 goals in 9 games. Melosh, 4 goals, 6 points in 26 games with the Rangers. Laba made the team out of training camp. Perreault has had a really good second half of the season since his recall. And we've talked about the defenseman, Robertson, the goal tonight, Fortescue.
You can't help but think of Perreault, right? You know, he had decent camp, went back, got called up, got sent back again. But with each successive game, he just grasped what it takes to survive in the NHL and then be a player in the NHL.
Fortescue on the ice here, Perreault's teammate at Boston College. Fortescue has two brothers who play at the collegiate level club hockey in the state of Florida. One at the University of Tampa, one at the University of Florida. Hand pass stops play.
Going to be a penalty.
And a penalty will be assessed.
Yeah, what's happened is Hughes is going to put his hand on the puck. And it's behind the Ranger net. I believe that's what the call is.
Officials get together at center ice.
Right.
And this is going to be a power play for the Rangers.
Florida number 32.
Down goes.
2 minutes covering their hand on the puck.
And grabs a hold of it.
Yeah, closes his hand on the puck.
Right. It's pretty good. The official, I think, is Garrett Rankton, makes the call, is on the other side of where his hand was. So to be able to make that call, make the right call, credit to the veteran official. So the Rangers here with 6:11 left. We talked about the power play and how good it's been. There's a real opportunity here to secure a 1-goal lead late in the third.
Second power play for the Rangers. Zibanejad out with Miller, Lafreniere, Trocheck, and Fox. Zibanejad wins the draw. Here's Miller. And that was blocked by Jansen. Back out it comes to Fox. Now Zibanejad. Trocheck shoots. That gets blocked. Miller over for the Rangers. Out to Fox. 2-2 game. Rangers on the power play. Now Miller back on the puck. The captain leaves it for Fox. Lafreniere back to Adam Fox. Fox shoots. That did not get through. Zibanejad with it. Down to 5:40 remaining. Puck forced out of the zone. And now the Rangers offside.
No flight. Will you marry me? It's just a flight. It's your next step.
Thank you. You're gonna do great.
And at Delta, we're proud to help you take it.
And Trocheck and the Rangers looking to win one for Jonathan Quick.
Yeah, a couple opportunities for Mika Zibanejad off that Mika zone. And that slap pass attempt got blocked twice.
Now it's Lafreniere. Along the wall for Zibanejad. Zibanejad cross ice. The redirect by Miller is handled by Tarasov.
Yeah, I'm not sure that this was meant for JT. Right? And once again, it's a tremendous job of the Rangers off the face-off. You know, they've been a good face-off team all season long and get possession here. Now comes, Zibanejad comes. I think he's looking for, actually for Trocheck wider. So, and it lands on JT's stick. The Rangers have called a timeout here.
To give their first unit some rest.
Right.
1:11 remaining on the penalty to Skoog.
Clean-shaven JT Miller looks like the kid they drafted in 2010. He's reversed aged.
So the Rangers will continue on the power play following the timeout. The recent Thank You NYPD concert held at Madison Square Garden will become an annual celebration to recognize the New York City Police Department. A check for $500,000 was presented to the New York City Police Foundation to innovate and enhance the quality of NYPD services, build bridges with the community, and make our city a safer place to live, work, and visit. To learn more about the Thank You NYPD initiative launched by MSG Entertainment, visit msg.com/NYPD.
Yeah, the two Pittsburgh guys having the last word before it's set up for the face-off. And We talk about, at the top of the show about the power play. They worked on it. They work on it every day. And once again today, it was worked on.
Rangers control. Fox. Here's Miller. Now back out to Fox. Minute to go on the penalty. Adam Fox. Now JT Miller. Zibanejad into the slot. Trocheck back to Zibanejad. Looking for the stick of Lafreniere. Miller sends it back out to Fox. Fox shoots one off the post. Now Zibanejad keeps it alive. Knocked down by Lafreniere. Net by a couple of Panthers. And the puck comes out of the zone. 35 seconds remaining on the power play for the Rangers in a 2-2 game. Trocheck. Poke checked at the line. And the puck is sent down by Reinhart into the Ranger end. Now Zibanejad back up ice. Here comes Trocheck. 4.5 remaining in regulation. Out to Fox. And now Miller. JT Miller sending it back to Trocheck. And now Fox with it. Here's Zibanejad for Trocheck. Miller. Penalty time winding down. Skoog makes his return. Here's Miller. Cross ice broken up. And now the outlet pass too far for Skoog. And Quick will move the puck up the board. Skoog, next man on it. Shoots from a tough angle, misses the net. Under 4 minutes remaining. Carried back across by Gregor. Now Gavrikov tied up by Alsher. Puck in front of the Ranger goal, and Fox now controls and backhands to the line, not out. Kept in the zone by Alsher.
It's a really good job, though, by Perreault. Perreault got in front of Alsher and ultimately got possession of the puck.
3.5 remaining. Tied at 2. Panthers scored the first 2. Rangers the last 2 from Robertson and Perreault. And the Rangers have a 12-1 edge in shots here in the third period.
Not they're guilty of overpassing towards the end of that power play. Had the puck that long in the offensive zone and don't get a shot on goal.
There's Foot. Backhands in. Took a hit from Robertson. Morgan and Boquist come together. Robertson over for the Rangers. Up the boards for Lava. Panthers keep it alive. Under 3 to play. Now Foot sends the puck back around. Bending at the right point. 2-2 game here in Sunrise, Florida. Puck settled down by Bjornfoot. Missed the net. Now Nosek steps up. Cleaned on by Sikora. Borgen over for the Rangers. Sikora back up on his skates. Panthers only 1 shot in the period. Bjornfoot fires one, and that was blocked by Hamelosh. Here's Robertson. Both teams go for a change, down to 2:15 remaining. Sobrango quickly back into the Ranger zone. Sobrango shoots, and the save by Quick. Now Cole Reinhart. Puck sent back around. Sobrango.
Long shift here for Borgen and Matthew Robertson.
Puck off the skate of Robertson. Held in the zone by Sobrango. Now Cunnin behind the net. Score! Second of the game for Reinhart. With under 2 minutes remaining. The Panthers go back on top.
Wow, the Rangers were able to get a forward change, but that was a long shift for Robertson and Borgen. And where you can see the puck will get dumped in here, and you see Borgen and Robertson just can't get to the puck. There's just not enough gas in the tank, right? And ultimately, after spending the whole period in Florida's end of the ice, the Rangers get caught on an extended shift, and Reinhart looks like the other Reinhart and drills one home in the top corner. 1:50 left. The Panthers have a 3-2 lead in regulation.
First career 2-goal game for Cole Reinhart. He scored the first goal of the game. And now the go-ahead goal for Florida.
Now the Rangers will put the 5 power play guys on the ice here as Jonathan Quick heads to the Ranger bench.
Miller sends it deep. Picked off. Sent down wide of the Ranger net. No icing, it was deflected.
And again, JT Miller's glove, the blue line.
Here comes Trocheck, shoots in. Cooley on the ice for the Rangers as well. Rangers trail 3-2. Down to a minute 15. Rangers had the power play opportunity, could not score. Reinhart from Cunnin and Sabrango to give the Panthers the lead. Now Zibanejad. Pass Lafreniere. Fox racing over. Down to the final minute. Here's Trocheck. Trocheck with a shot. Boquist on the puck. Boquist will skate it out, lined up by Cooley. Down to 45 seconds. Here's Trocheck. Now Gabe Perreault, who has a goal tonight. 35 seconds remaining. Pass in front. Zibanejad had his stick lifted. Here's Scoob. Looking for his first National Hockey League goal. Now Miller with 20 seconds. Time running out of the Rangers. Here's Lafreniere. Down to 15. Lafreniere sends the puck back around. It's cleared by Cole Reinhart. It's an icing. Minestroza does not agree. Down to 5 7/10 seconds as Jonathan Quick can only watch from the Rangers bench.
Yeah, it's really too bad. And really the power play that went 0 for 5 against Dallas is Jonathan Quick is sitting on the bench and looking at the end of an illustrious NHL career.
All of his teammates wore his jersey number 32, and that's the score. 3-2 Florida with 5 7/10 seconds remaining. Rangers are ready to use their timeout during the recent power play. Trocheck will take the draw. Puck comes out of the zone, and that will do it. So the Rangers fall 3-2. A hug from Vlad Gavrikov as Jonathan Quick will head to the Ranger locker room following his final NHL appearance. The end of a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah, that's certainly, you know, again, the Rangers laid it out in the third period. There's no question. And it just was an extended shift for two defenders that when that puck got dumped in, neither Borgen or Robertson had anything left to force Florida. And Reinhart, with his first career multi-goal game, stakes the Panthers to a victory here.
Rangers outshot Florida 13-4 in the third.
Well, yeah, Florida plays another game here at home, so it looks like the Panthers are, out of respect for the Rangers goaltender. Now Gavrikov may be going in to tell him that Florida, out of respect for his career.
Right.
Oh, okay. Just been told that they are going to celebrate.
Well, here it comes. Jonathan Quick back out on the ice. And there's Bobrovsky. Talked about their battle at the Olympics back in 2014.
Right.
So the Panthers showing so much respect. Well deserved.
Jonathan Quick just announced as one of the stars of the game. This is another example of a sport that gets itself in some trouble with the violent way it gets displayed sometimes, but the recognition of a fellow athlete is really unique through battle. And you know, lots of times you end up on teams with guys you didn't really know, but you had not a lot of respect for. But then when you just find out that they're just trying to do what you're trying to do, win a hockey game.
There's Seth Jones, one of the injured Florida Panthers.
Right.
Barkov, Sasha Barkov, the Panthers captain. He's got a lot of Panthers to shake hands with.
Well,
you factor in all of the injured players.
Right. Oh, it's
Brad Marchand.
Marchand, right. Yeah, Aaron Ekblad.
And now an ovation from the crowd. With his wife, his kids, his parents on hand, his good friend and fellow Stanley Cup champion twice together, Jeff Carter. So the Panthers pay their respects following a 3-2 victory over Jonathan Quick and the New York Rangers. What a career.
Taco Bell's new Lux Value menu has so much Lux. It's